Today we're going to commemorate Veterans Day
with a few passages we'd like to share with you.
And this is how it was. In 1921, an American soldier, his name known but to God, was buried on a Virginia hillside overlooking the Potomac River in the city of Washington. The Arlington National Cemetery burial site of this unknown World War I soldier became the personification of dignity and reverence for America's veterans. Similar ceremonies occurred earlier in England and France, where an unknown soldier was buried in each nation's highest place of honor. These memorial gestures all took place on November 11th, giving universal recognition to the celebrated ending of World War I hostilities at 11 a.m. November 11th, 1918, the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. The day became known as Armistice Day.
In 1947, Raymond Weeks of Birmingham, Alabama organized a Veterans Day parade for that city on November 11th, Armistice Day to honor all veterans. Later, U.S. Representative Edward H. Rees of Kansas proposed legislation changing Armistice Day to Veterans Day to honor all those who have served in America's all wars.
President Eisenhower in 1954 signed the bill proclaiming November 11th as Veterans Day, and he called for Americans everywhere to rededicate themselves to the cause of peace. In 1958, two more unidentified American war dead were brought to Arlington Cemetery from overseas and interred in the plaza beside their comrade of World War I, one killed in World War II, one in the Korean War. In 1984, the remains of an unknown serviceman from the Vietnam conflict was placed in honored glory alongside his fellow countrymen. To honor these men, symbolic of all Americans who gave their lives in all wars and Army Honor Guard, the 3rd U.S. Infantry, the Old Guard, keeps day and night vigil. At 11 a.m. on Veterans Day, a combined color guard representing all military services honors the unknowns by executing present arms at the tomb. The nation's tribute to its war dead is symbolized by the laying of a presidential wreath. The bugler sounds taps. At 11 a.m. on Veterans Day, a combined color guard representing all military services honors the unknowns by executing present arms at the tomb. The nation's tribute to its war dead is symbolized by the laying of a presidential wreath. The bugler sounds taps.
And now you will hear from a former Loyal Sox student, Ben Hepburn.
Hey there, Sock. I'm Specialist Benjamin Hepburn, an 04 graduate here at Loyal Sock. I'm here to talk to you about Veterans Day, what it means to me, and pretty much why I joined the service. I joined in South Carolina, right in the Myrtle Beach area. My unit is the 118th Infantry Battalion. I joined originally to help pay off my school loans. I attended Lock Haven University, where I got my teaching degree. So I originally joined to pay off my student loans and maybe even go back to college sometime down the line. But as I continued in the service, I did my basic and AIT. I learned a lot more. My knowledge grew. I made new friends, acquaintances, sergeants. I actually learned I loved it. I actually had a great time. The Army is not, as bad as most people perceive it, but it was something that I enjoyed doing, and I'm happy to serve in the great Army National Guard. So, and pretty much what Veterans Day means to me now that I'm in the service is that I feel proud to be part of this, and I respect everybody that has served at one time or one another, or has given their lives for us so that we can enjoy the freedom that most of us, take for granted every day. It makes me feel good to know that most people appreciate what we're doing, to protect our country, to serve in this great nation of power, and just let everybody know that we are there for them no matter what they say or what we do. We will always serve the United States and the people, just to make sure that everybody's safe and sound, they can sleep at night, and it makes me feel really good to know that there's people that have done it in the past, whether they've been drafted, or they volunteered on their own. It just makes me feel good to know that I'm a part of that, and to let other people know that I'm there, or that me and my boys are there to protect and serve. So that's pretty much what Veterans Day means to me. That's it. Go Stock.